please go to the nearest ticket booth to get yours today. Fans, be here for Mascot Mania. All fans in attendance will receive a poster of Lansing.
Our next souvenir night is quickly approaching. Rally Talbot! Come on out to the game and leave with your very own Sacramento Kings towel. Slamson's got a couple right now. Looking green, buddy. It's not a half Slamson. Come on! We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word KINGS along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. Time to start the weekend in style. We welcome you to the starters for Utah. They've got Collier. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's George, and it's Markkanen in at the 3, small forward. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward positions. Schroeder and Levine in the backcourt, and it's Sabonis in at the 5. Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. Preseason pontification is over.
BA, you're spot on. No more guessing.
Checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Sabonis, the pass to Schroeder. Back to Sabonis. George against DeRozan. Outside Murray. The 3, 6 to shoot. The shot comes out.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And here's MP from outside. Sinks it from distance. And a bit of an unusual path for MP to make his way into the NBA. He refined his game playing overseas in Europe before landing on a roster here in the States.
And heading overseas to work on your game is something I don't think enough young prospects take advantage of. There are some great success stories in the NBA of players who did that, and hopefully MP can add his name to that list. An outstanding first quarter from the field.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
The Sacramento this season, bringing in Dennis Schroeder to provide stability to their point guard position, and he's coming off an efficient postseason with Detroit. Schroeder's impact has varied depending on the situation, but the Kings are hoping and believing he'll thrive in their system.
They love his disposition. Thank you, Shams.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Murray finds DeRozan. Sacramento passing it around. Outside Levine. Back to Schroeder.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. 5th team foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
That free throw, no good. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
Yeah, losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Sacramento. Then for Utah, Niang comes in for Filipowski. And Daly subbed in for George. And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Here's Levine for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Levine's got 5.
The response, Levine hitting that 3 right back at
you. MP, the pass to Bailey. Back to MP. 40 seconds left in the first. Another three for Utah.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Pass to DeRozan. On the wing, Levine. Off the mark there with a three. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 17-6 run. Kicks it out to MP. Beyond the arc. Another three for Utah.
And the three ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
DeRozan outside. And here's Schroeder outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's MP making things happen for Utah. Oh, what? And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got George Niang, Bailey out there with MP. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Sensabaugh in at the three. Inside, here's Ellis. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Richard, throughout his NBA career, Malik Monk has been known for his instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, but he's now shown he can also play in that lead role and distribute. Impressive to see a combo guard who can thrive in either role.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Ellis on the wing, launches it. Utah with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Hopefully this is a reality check for them. Teams in this league are just too good. You will be punished for your mistakes.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud, let them hear it. That's right, everybody. Who wants a free t-shirt?
Checked in for the Kings. Schroeder comes in for Ellis. Then for Utah, Filipowski, he's checked in for Niang. Markkanen comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Bailey. Pass to Schroeder. Nurkic against Sabonis. And here's Saric. Sacramento passing it around. No coverage that time.
Every time Monk steps up and knocks down a three, it just looks so effortless.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Graham. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Schroeder. Fires the three. Saric shot is off. Jazz leading by 18. For three, George. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Stolen by MP. And now the Jazz on the run in transition.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Schroeder finds Sabonis. Markkanen against Levine. Pass to Sabonis. Tipped. And here's Schroeder outside. And another miss by Sacramento. Here's Utah. They're on a 14-5 run. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Kings forward DeMar DeRozan clearly bought in to helping take this team to the next level. He said, quote, "I appreciate the passion and the drive from the coaching staff, from the players to the fan base to everything, top to bottom. Guys want to win. Anything is possible." BA, back to you.
They are plenty talented. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Takes the three, connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
Yeah, some gritty stuff there by MP. Now, he knew he was going to get hit.
And now the first timeout called here for Utah. Sacramento with some changes. Eubanks comes in for Domantas Sabonis, and DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for Saric. And a switch here also for Utah. Collier's checked in. First one falls for him. We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Will it go? Outside Levine. Sacramento again missing.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3.
And he's now set the team record for most threes.
Jazz foul. MP. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. And Murray subbed in for Monk. And a switch here also for Utah. George, he's checked in for MP. 58 seconds left in the first half. DeRozan outside. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
No good on the 3. And Levine has got the ball here for the Kings. DeRozan with the ball. He's picked up by Filipowski. And so it's the Utah Jazz with an almost surefire victory here. Up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums!
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Look here now at Sacramento. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Utah Jazz. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half,
he's checked in for Sacramento. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Monk and Levine man the backcourt. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton.
And again for 3.
the parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard. And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
The 3 connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
MP outside. The 3 ball. Good! Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And 15 threes for MP, passing Klay Thompson's record from 2018. Just a privilege to witness it.
Another bucket! Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. DeRozan down low. Monk for 3. The shot, no good.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, another one falls. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
And so it's the Utah Jazz. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a... And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
And Utah has possession. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. MP is out there with Bailey. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Well, the Kings shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul so far. So it's Sacramento now. Outside Levine. Fires the 3. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
MP against Schroeder. From deep, MP. And again.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Monk. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that. Because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
Fires from deep. He can't get that one to fall.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And here's Bailey for three. Drops in the three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Šarić. Sacramento passing it around. Left side, Levine. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And another miss by Sacramento. The Jazz have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Monk against MP. Three-pointer. And got it! Another basket!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. And the foul called on MP. That's his 5th foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Keegan Murray comes in for Šarić. And DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. Murray passes to Schroeder. They need this. It's hauled in. The Jazz making a switch here. MP's checked in. The Jazz have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 20-5 run.
And you can see how scary... And
there's another.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time.
Yeah, when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it.
Again! What an avalanche!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in the game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
73. What a number. Tying Wilt, Luka, and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Here's the 3. Another one falls. Amazing.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Ms. Harkin. Thank you. Congratulations on this incredible record, MP. The most three-pointers ever made in a single game. When you made the shot to set the record, what went through your head?
I was thinking if I don't get back on defense, coach is going to sub me out. That's a joke. I don't know. I try not to think much when I'm shooting. Once the game is over, then it's easier to reflect on everyone who played a part in putting me in this position. Coaches, teammates, opponents.
Opponents?
Yeah, opponents for sure. Every player has nights coming up when they lose and they just, they can't sleep. So you find a 24-hour gym, and you get to work, promising yourself you'll do better. All that adds up to the kind of night you saw tonight.
Thank you, MP.
Yeah.
Right here. MP.